ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a new video. Today I present to you to a new game I found that I've been playing for a while. As you can see, I'm level 41 right there. It's a game called Bad Business. It's a lot like Arsenal, same time not really. There's a lot of different stuff. It's interesting. Oop. It's interesting to say the least. So I figured I might just have some fun, go with it, show you guys a little bit what's the same about with Arsenal, what's different about it. Also, there's a Christmas update going on right now, so that's why there's this stuff and all that. Yeah, so I guess the first thing to know about this is that unlike Arsenal, instead of where you get a kill, every time you get a kill you get a new weapon, you stay with the weapon, so you choose your loadouts, basically. And they do have like randomizer mode where you get different weapons every time you spawn in, and gun game, which basically is Arsenal. But it's mostly just stuff that where you have the same loadout. So you got a whole bunch of different types of guns. You got your AK right here. You got FAMAS, which also sucks, and just like an Arsenal sucks in this game. Well, that's just my opinion. You got your machine gun. So you got like your Uzi. You got the Oomp. I like the Oomp. It sounds funny. You got like your rifles, you got like your snipers, all that type of stuff, your shotties, and you got some stuff like the bows and stuff like that. So there's some special stuff in there too. And you have pistols, and knives, and grenades and stuff like that. Yeah, so I guess pretty much the first thing I'd say about this is that it's a lot more customizable, I'd say. Yeah, customizable. So for example, an Arsenal, all you can really do is just do skins, weapon skins. However, in this game, that's not how this works. You have quick attachments, and you have all these different stuff that you're able to attach onto the gun. So for example, you're able to change scopes. I usually use that scope for this. The lasers, underbarrels, grips, stuff like that. The thing about earning it, however, I'd say is a lot more complicated and not as fun as I anticipated it would be, but I'll more on that later. Yeah, so it's a lot more customization. So you got your skin, and then you can also so you can buy skins from the shop. You get some free skins, like you get some LGBTQ skins, which I really appreciate. Me being bisexual, I really appreciate the what would you call representation, I guess? I don't know what you would call it, but I like that. You got like charms, like little things you could put on the side, like a bunch of like stuff, like a kill counter to show how many kills you've gotten with that weapon. For example, I have 236 kills with the AK. Got stickers and all that. Oh, okay. Like one apparently, even though I have none. Yay. Yeah. Then they also have challenge skins as well. So for example, you unlock the different skins by doing challenges. For example, if you want to get this skin, you gotta get 25 headshots and stuff like that. So it's cool. When they make you work for the guns and stuff like that. I'd say the bad thing about this, however, is that you're able, if you want to get these you get them for free by leveling up the gun. You can skip ahead with in-game credits, but it costs a lot of money, and you don't really get that many credits in the game unless like you win, or like you're like the MVP of the match and stuff like that. So unless you want to spend Robux to be able to buy some like the more better attachments, or if you don't want to wait for like level 36 to get the flash hider, you can just spend 1,600 credits to get it. So that's a kind of little something I find a little, because there are a lot of weapons in this game that I'm not really like the FAMAS. I hate FAMASs in general. I hate burst guns in general, honestly, except for a G11. The G11 in this game is actually pretty good. Okay, anyways, I'm just gonna hop into some matches, stuff like that. We'll talk about more about the other stuff like while I'm playing, I guess, as well. Yeah, so there's a lot. I'd say that there aren't as many modes as there is in Arsenal, but I'd say the modes that they do have are pretty good. So, for example, we're playing King of the Hill right now. So we gotta take control of the hill. Throwing down this. There's a grenade right there. I saw it. throw that there. Alright. Die. Yes. Kill everyone. Dang it, they blew me up. Oh man. Yeah. So the modes they do have aren't as many as the ones in Arsenal, but I'd say that the ones they have here are good enough. We got King of the Hill, which I honestly kind of wish was in Arsenal, but at the same point I kind of understand why it wouldn't really be able to work as well, because they didn't have to update every map to find a spawn point for like the hill. But but since there aren't that many maps in this game in general, it makes sense for it to have. Ooh, nice. That was a good one. Good little grenade jug throw thing, whatever we call it. Alright. Yeah, so they got King of the Hill. As I've been trying to say for the last minute. What else we got? We got gun game like Arsenal, we got randomizer like Arsenal, we got regular team deathmatch, which is probably one of the more popular, or the ones that are more played, I'd say, I guess. You got Kill Confirmed, which I think is in Arsenal, but only on VIP servers. But I have never actually tried it out myself. Oh, flashbang. Oh, okay, that's not good. I'm gonna switch to... Yeah, one thing I also like about this game is that you get to choose which weapons you want. So if you want weapons that you're really good with, or weapons that you really like, you're able to just keep on using them. Or if you want to switch to a different loadout, you can just do it right here. I love the... Also, another thing about this is that I'd say it's a lot more action-packed, I'd say. There's grenades, so it's like, as you can already see, grenades, they have... So you're able to upgrade your weapons, like I said earlier. I'd say a lot more of the better weapons, they're actually... They actually get a little bit harder, they actually get hard to use. They're easy to use but hard to master, which I love, which is something I love in gun games. It's something I love it when they pay attention to in that. Okay. So yeah, so another thing, you're able to run in this game. There we go, finally. Took me long enough. You're able to run, and then you're able to crouch while running, so you can be able to do a slide. That's really cool. You're able to vault over obstacles, and unlike in Phantom Forces, where sometimes it just kills you. You don't. I need to... Yeah, so I'd say it's a lot more... There's a lot more control than Arsenal, I'd say. But there aren't as many guns, obviously. One thing that however, I would also say about this is that I'd say Arsenal is a little bit more user-friendly, in my opinion. Because, for example, let's say, an Arsenal, since most of the time it's just like a gun game, all the people, they're just going to be like really good with aiming and stuff like that. They're not going to have like... In like this game, however, like, since like there are people who are like constantly like better, getting like, who have like really good guns and are really good at using them. Like, it makes sense how they're able to be a lot better per se than they would be at Arsenal, because they're more used to using that gun and have better tactics with using the gun that they have. So whenever you like, when you go hop into like, when you're a new player and all you're given is like an AK, like a basic AK and like a basic pistol and stuff like that, like it's a little unassuring when you have to like go against like people who have like stuff like the ray gun, which is probably one of the like exclusive, which is like a special weapon in the game. Or like people who have like guns who have like a whole bunch of like different like attachments on it, so they do more damage, or people who have like snipers with really good aim, like that. Like, it's a little hard to like, or like people who just run around in the map, and all they do is that they just spam the sword until they hit someone, because it's a one-shot kill weapon, and that's what people just do, spam it sometimes. Also, I do like how they do have some type of they have some weirdish weapons, I'd say, like how Arsenal does. It's a lot more focused on real life weapons though. Ah, okay. So another thing is that, ooh, excuse me for a second. My ear is itchy. Ow. Alright, that's better. Another thing I'd say about this is that a lot more of the guns in this stuff is locked behind a paywall, per se. Now, if that doesn't still understand what that means, I guess I'll explain. A paywall is basically where if you want to get something that's really good in the game, you gotta pay for it. For example, they have let's say the Wild West Weapons Pass. That's where, for example, that's how I have this gun, and how I have this, and how I have this, and how I have all these different certain things. Because you gotta you have to pay Robux for it, and you can get it with in-game cash, but it's a lot more than it usually would be for stuff like this. For example, it's a lot more complex, I'd say. So the only reason I have stuff like the Tommy guns and all that is because I paid Robux for it. But I recently only bought those actually. I started playing this game maybe 2 months ago maybe, and I literally only bought those all those game passes. I already bought these three game passes right here maybe 3 days ago. And I also bought this as well, but not those use just skins for your guns. It's still cool. How did I get killed with a main? Oh, does the sword kill as a main weapon? I don't think that would count. Okay, whatever. Yeah. So there's also a shop where every day they have new stuff you're able to get. For example, you're able to buy stuff for your person or new skins and all that. And some of the skins are really cool, like this. And then you're able to preview it with any weapon you have. So for example, if I wanted to see how this looks on a certain weapon, it looks really cool like that. Or if I want to see if I wanted to put that on let's say my dynamite here. Ooh, it actually looks kind of nice. Actually, not gonna lie. Ruby! I'm trying to record! Sorry, that's my dog. She barks whenever she likes. She's a corgi, so I can't really stop her. Alright. Yeah, so you would have different outfit presets as well and stuff. I like that too. Yeah, you can be kawaii person if you wanted to. Yeah, so I'd say this game is overall fun. I'd say it's a little bit more harder to get used to. It was a little hard for me to get used to after playing Arsenal, because I wasn't used to having to slide and having to do all this grenade throwing and having to do all these quick movements and stuff like that. And unlike in Arsenal, where you have to pick up ammo from people after they die, you have infinite ammo, but you still have to reload. You have both have infinite ammo storage thing. Ah. Also, another thing that this game has that Arsenal does is a boat kick feature, so that's nice, I'd say. So if there's someone who's hacking, you're able to kick them. However, in my opinion, this is just from my experience, I have only seen one hacker, and all they were doing is that they were just using aimbot, and it wasn't even a headshot aimbot. It was just one that makes it so they hit the chest, they hit your chest. It's but since they were using a weapon that does a lot more damage when you hit someone in the chest than when you do with a headshot, it makes sense. person's good. Yeah. So, but overall, I'd say it's a lot fun. It's a lot of fun. I'd say I wouldn't say that like it's better than Arsenal. I think they're both, like Arsenal and this game are both equally good, like Roblox FPSs. Like, I just think that this one's obviously like a lot more through, I guess that's how you say it. And a lot more developed, I'd say maybe. Well, I'm not saying that like Arsenal isn't well developed. I'm just saying what I'm trying to say is that I think that maybe they put a lot more. Instead, they don't really update the game often. But like when they do, they add a whole bunch of new. They don't add really maps. They mostly add just new guns or new buffs or nerfs. Unlike an Arsenal, where basically they just add in new guns and they only they don't rarely buff or nerf guns. So yeah, that's just my opinions on the game. I think it's a good game. You can have knife fights in this game too, like Arsenal, and that person killed the other person. Okay, I was having a knife fight with. It's not pretty cool, but I guess it is what it is. Also, another thing that happens is that this game tends to be, for some reason, is a big target for scam bots. I have never played a game. I've never played this game for me for an entire time I've played the game. I have not I have always seen it 5 scam bots saying stuff like, "Oh, go to here to get thingies." It's annoying, so I usually just keep the chat off. Most of the time, there are some people who are just like, "Oh, kick this guy is cheating," or stuff like that when they're not. I usually just turn the chat on, because it say GG, and I just turn it back off. But other than that, yeah, I think this is it's a very good game. My dog's barking. Ruby! Yeah! I'm sorry. Even though she's all the way downstairs, I don't know if you guys can hear her, but she's all the way down the stairs. I don't know if you're able to tell. If you can I don't even know if you can hear her or not, honestly. That was a bad throw, and that did nothing. Alright. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little video of just me talking about this game. If you want to see me play more of this game, because I actually do enjoy this game, make sure to leave a like. Make sure to leave a like and I don't know what I'm saying. Yes, just like how I do not make any scripts. Yeah, I just go and see what happens. Yay. Yeah. Anyways, if you liked the video, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. I'd really appreciate it. Oh yeah, another thing people tend to do, they just keep on crouching and then they crouch shoot you while you're shooting at them. It's annoying because they make it so you think you can't hit them, but since they're just constantly spamming this, it's annoying. Anyways, make sure to like and subscribe for more, please. Goodbye. Poopy.